Hello and welcome to the Penguin Rundown. I'm your host, Zach Humphries. We'll start this week talking about YSU soccer. The women concluded their season last night, losing in the quarterfinals of the Horizon League tournament to 5th seed Wright State. The Penguins were in the playoffs for the first time since 2008. The two teams faced off in the regular season just 3 days prior. Penguins were able to beat Wright State in overtime to come back home and host a Horizon League tournament game. Wright State then turns around and beats YSU in the tournament game. What do you know? In overtime. So Wright State will move into the second round. We do have a player spotlight as the Penguins season comes to an end. There you see Jackie Podolsky, only a freshman goalkeeper and local recruit from Campfield, took over the starting job mid-season, played tremendous all the way to the end. She recorded 6 tough saves last night, and the future is definitely bright for the Penguins at that position. As for YSU volleyball, they return home this weekend for a pair of matches versus Valparaiso and Wright State. The Penguins are currently 14-11 overall, continue to be much improved from a season ago as Coach Mark Hardaway doing a fine job here in his first season. The Penguins have won 2 of their last 3 in Horizon League play. They will play their final 2 home games of the season. Let's take a look. There you see at home against Valparaiso and Wright State before they go on the road, face off against Cleveland State, and we shall see if the Penguins, there you see that conference mark at 4-7. We'll see if they can get it up far enough where they can sneak into the playoffs as well. As for YSU football, we'll take a look at the matchup this week. There you see South Dakota. The Coyotes come to town to face off against the Penguins. First ever meeting between both teams. Now South Dakota just entering into the Missouri Valley Conference. The Penguins losers of their last 4. Of course, they started off so hot, won their first 4. So we'll see which way they go this weekend. Hopefully they can get back on track. We'll take a look at the season stats. There you see the numbers. Both teams offensively, Penguins, now they've sputtered the last 4 weeks, but they've still been able to really put together a nice season offensively. The Coyotes, on the other hand, they've struggled in Missouri Valley play, only with 1 win on the season. But don't forget, the Penguins could have had a chance to make the playoffs last year when a 1-9 Missouri State team came in and beat the Penguins. You can't overlook anybody, especially in this conference. Take a look at the quarterback comparison. There you see Kurt Hess will go up against Josh Vandermotten. And Vandermotten, pretty nice season as a sophomore. He's over 1,000 yards passing. He doesn't throw it as much as Hess, as you see. Hess still over 200 yards per game, but he's struggled as of late, the junior from Dayton. So hopefully Hess can get back on track as well and help the Penguins get over the hump. Take a look at that upcoming schedule. Here you see it, football at home against South Dakota. Then they'll go on the road at Western Illinois, come back home for Indiana State. Now, there's still an outside chance the Penguins can sneak into the playoffs. They're going to have a few things happen, but the big thing is take care of business, finish 4-4, 7-4 overall, and kind of see what happens. As for women's basketball, we'll take a look at the preseason poll. There you see basketball right around the corner, and no surprise, Green Bay up there in the 1 spot. Detroit, of course, Sharita Brown has helped them a lot. They're in the 2 spot. Wright State, Loyola, Cleveland State, UIC, Milwaukee, YSU, and Valpo. There you see YSU in the 8 spot. All of those teams from 6 to 9 is really bunched up. I mean, they could have went either way with those, so we'll see if the Penguins can at least finish ahead of those preseason predictions, as Coach Bob Bolden has a lot of new faces. Brandy Brown, preseason first team in the Horizon League, and that should be expected. Take a look at the men's preseason poll. There you see Valparaiso, deservingly so, in that number 1 spot. Detroit, Green Bay, YSU in that 4 spot. Can they get some bench production this year? They brought a lot of new faces in. We shall see. You see Milwaukee, Cleveland State, Loyola, UIC, and Wright State rounding it out. Of course, you can hit the Gwins up on Twitter at YSU Sports, and the YSU swimming and diving team at home this weekend. They're at home on Friday at 5 o'clock, Sunday at noon. You can also watch on the Horizon League Network as well. We'll see you next week. My name is Zach Humphries saying so long here on the Penguin Rundown.